Hey y'all, I want to go through a really quick lesson on Can't Get Enough. The first thing to get is the tuning, of course, and it goes like this. At least that's how I've got it figured. So it goes C, C, G, E, C, C, I'm pretty sure. So how do you get there? The low E goes down to C. But I don't even use the low E. In fact, you could take that off. I could have left it, tuned to E, but just for the sake of the tuning. But I sort of disregard that one. The A goes up to C. The D goes up to G. I mean, that's really tight. The G goes all the way up to E. I mean, that one's on the verge of snapping. If I tried to bend it, it would probably snap. The B goes up a half a step to C. And then the high E goes down to C. So those two are the same. That's the way I got it figured. I'm not going to do a lesson on the solo because one, like I said, the G string, you can't bend it. It'll snap. The high E is down so low, that one goes out of tune. It would just be a mess. I'm not going to try to do it. Yeah, I know that's how he played it live, but I ain't him. So you start with this open chord. Right, and this chord tells you why that G has to go up to E and not down to E. Because you have to have if you have that an octave lower, the whole song doesn't sound right. So that's a little bit of a different suspension than we usually see in open tunings, because this one is all the way across, forget the low E, all the way across at 5, then the G, I'm calling them by their string names, not by what they're tuned to. The G is at 6 and the D is at 7. Normally you'd expect the B string to be suspended, but on this one it's the G. So it's those two. And then the verses. Chord shapes we just been doing during the intro. Come on. Just take the whole thing up. 1 fret, now you're up at 7. Up to 10. That's just 10 all the way across. 5, 3, 3, 0. That here is that same suspension, except you're doing it down at the 1st fret. So 1st fret on the G, 2nd fret on the D. Again, same suspension, just move it up now to 7. First verse, the first time through the chorus, it sounds to me like. The second time through, it sounds like there's a stop in there. clean stopping. Then into the guitar solo, you're still doing the same while the guitar solo's. Same thing. And then the outros. I think they're suspending some of them and not suspending them. I don't know. Give it a listen and see what you hear yourself. But that's it for the chords. Now, I saw an interview with Mick Ralphs from, I think it was 2015, where it's what you'd expect. He wrote it and demoed it in open G. And then when he sat down with Paul and he said, "Hey, I got this riff." Paul said, "Yeah, that's great, but I can't sing in that key. Let's figure out what we can sing." And so they settled on C. And of course, that Mick then had to figure out how am I gonna do an open C tuning. And I think he arrived at this. And probably strung it up with very light, loose strings rather than trying to risk breaking them all the time. But can't get enough. Good luck.